So we're here to talk about the process of making Scatterbrain. We have our wonderful writer and director, Mr. Jalen Lewis, who is not on the screen.
Year.
He's eating a
Donut. We got donuts.
I mean, first question I got for you, man, is what was some of the inspirations or like the process of making Scatterbrain?
Well, for the longest time, I was figuring out what to make for my first film. And then one day, I thought about my influences, and I was like, shoot, I like Scott Pilgrim. I want to make a Scott Pilgrim type movie, but like, I didn't have the. I wanted to edit it myself. You know that there's a lot of VFX that go into it, a lot of like camera movements. It's a very ambitious film to make if I were to do that. So I was like, okay, I can take some elements from it. Like I can take the goofy, flawed main character who can like I can turn him into like just like a nerd or whatever. Make him a little antisocial, but also he seeks something. But you never really know what it is because he's like a very secluded person. And this movie that I saw at school, Vanilla Sky, for the first time. And when I saw that movie, I was like, hold up, there's something here I can cook with. That's exactly what Scatterbrain was pretty much like influenced by those two movies. And you can probably tell with how like the main character kind of goes through like this like mental, I guess mental like lap of just like, bro, yeah, turmoil is the word. Like where am I right now? Like how did I get here? That girl has to do something with it, basically. That's like the overlapping factor with those two films. Like a woman's always the inciting incident. And it's like, dang, she got me here. She messed me up. That's really how it is, though. You know, those
Yeah.
who know, they know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Real
So
shit.
I mean, yeah.
All right, dope. So I wasn't there for shoot day. So can you talk about shoot day? Anyone can answer this question.
And you really weren't.
Yeah, no, I was
Yeah, you were.
spending time with my
How many
family.
decisions that happened because you weren't there?
Well, shoot day was interesting because this is my first time actually directing. I did co-direct my first film, like my first actual film, back in like I want to say sophomore year. Look, it was a very controlled environment, so I wouldn't say it was the really like first time I did one. So this is like the first time I really like directed one. And like I was sitting, I was really just like around. We were outside. It was cold. We couldn't find a park for like the longest time. It was freezing, bro. Like I think what Timmy, you guys remember, like it was cold as hell.
Yeah, no, that was a very cold day.
Yeah, it was like also dark at this like kind of like it wasn't a dimly lit street, but it's like it's a weird street to say the least. Right in front of some like people who like I'm not even sure if they wanted us to film there, but I mean they were cool about it. But
Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah, it was kind of interesting because at first I was like, dang, like I'll be all right. I know these guys. It's easy to talk to them. I just direct them. But when you're actually in the moment doing it, it's a way different thing because now you got to really direct motion. You got to direct emotion. You got to direct the exact way someone go walk. They can improvise here and there, but at the end of the day, it's up to you how they move, how they talk, how they feel. And it's like it's easy to convey that when you're writing in the script, because it's coming from your brain. You know how you want the characters to act, but it's not as easy telling someone how to do that when they're like moving around and acting out a scene. But at the same time, I had some. I mean, my actors they knew what to do. They knew what they were about. We were able to do it anyway. As for like everybody else on set, it was just a matter of just like finding out where everybody needed to be, like lighting. The lighting was a big issue there because, as I said, the street was like kind of like weird lighting. So we had our gaffer. Had to go around basically like pivot light from like different directions. Good thing he was good at it because if not, we wouldn't know what to do. And script supervisor, she was there making sure I was in the right scene. And I just realized a lot of things to just keep track of. I was like, wow, this is a lot. I don't know if I can really do this. But eventually, I did my thing and I was like, you know what, let's bust this down like this donut and then that shit.
Sit down like this.
What's up?
Why the words
Mm-hmm.
have been spoken. All right. Well, seeing how we have two of your actors here, what were some of the decisions that went into make like choosing, Timi and Gavin for Scatterbrain?
Actually, that was the easiest part. I would say the entire production. I was like, I need some like people who can like generate chemistry. And I thought about, I was like, that's not really a thing you can do. It kind of just comes naturally. And I was like, wait a minute, y'all are friends, y'all are close. Y'all just need to shoot the shit, but like in a film, it's not that hard. And so I thought about, it, I was like, yeah, you guys easily can just be my Kenny and Deion.
Like,
It was like that's literally what it was. You know
it's Twizzy for real, bro.
exactly. So yeah, it's pretty easy coming with a casting for that. As casting for everybody else's was pretty much just like extras and the one girl. I mean, it wasn't too much work for casting, but these two are the easiest people I can, have for my film. So shout out y'all for real.
Appreciate it.
Of course.
I'm not gonna lie to me. I did like the give me 5, give me 3 part.
Oh, every nigga keeps saying that shit.
I didn't even tell him to do that, but that's just that raw chemistry I'm talking
Oh
about.
my god, bro.
Some of the Timi like improvised scenes are absolutely hilarious.
Amazing.
Like you'll honestly see that like within the coming weeks, and like even with my film, like your your improvised scenes were like amazing.
Hell yeah. All right.
Mhm.
Were there any ups and downs of making Scatterbrain? Like,
I think the biggest issues. I would say, like, the second day was really stressful because there's a lot of micromanaging going on set. Because what we did was that we basically used the house, like the circus apartment, to do like the party scene,
Renaissance house.
and then basically I was trying to figure out how to like have everybody move. Like, if you watch Scott Pilgrim and you go to the part where Scott and the band they go to the party, and the way it's edited, you can see people just cross the camera, and when they cross the camera, you see another shot and another shot, basically trying to make it seem like it's like a crowded party. People are here, people are doing things, people are doing their own thing. That's what I was trying to do, but the problem was the crowd density wasn't the same. I had like less than half the people they had in that movie, and so my main thing was like, okay, how am I gonna get these people to like make it look like it's a crowded party? And I feel like I did a decent enough job. I mean, you can only use so much with the amount of people who came there, but I mean, you got to like really learn how to shoot around things because at the end of the day, it can be however it looks behind the scenes, but depending on how you make it look on the screen is how they're gonna perceive it. You know,
right.
it's just like a matter of perspective. So that was the hard part though. Just really I had to learn that like on the fly, being like, okay, how am I gonna do this? But then I had to, eventually I had to put it together, and there you go.
Oh yeah. All right. Now, Gavin, I'm gonna ask you a very personal question. How did it feel to get
Alrighty.
stabbed that many times?
Bro,
sorry,
not
man.
gonna lie. Okay, I'm not gonna lie. First time, shout out Angelina, because first time, I felt like I was actually getting stabbed. I was like, dang, I don't know like what was happening, but she did a great job stabbing me. And then I was like, oh wait, I gotta do this multiple times.
Multiple.
No, she did a good job because she got the exact same spot like every single time. The point where I think we were doing like multiple takes of the same thing because Jalen didn't get the take that he wanted, so it's just like every single time, same consistent spot. I was even sore the next day when we were shooting the wrap ups of the last scene. So it hurt, but that's just good acting.
Method acting even.
Yeah. I don't
So
hurt.
yeah, I would apologize, but you know what you signed up for. I have a third one in my fridge. I'm not gonna eat it. Don't worry.
You're gonna eat it when we
I'm
do
eat half of it, but like
it's
You
calm.
gonna eat
half
it.
of it.
Oh yeah.
Wait, Timmy, I got a question for you. What
For
was your
me,
favorite part about shooting for Scatterbrain?
Oh yeah.
my favorite part. Let me think.
How we being fake drunk?
That's up there for real. I don't know. It was like such a new experience. Like that was like the realest set I ever been on. Cause like Nick, every person was just doing shit like all the time. Like script manager, that big ass like screen, so y'all could see inside my room while like I was like, huh, this is mad
Yeah.
confusing. a little overwhelming.
Oh yeah, we did use your room. I forgot. Yeah, you messed that
Yeah.
up.
It kind of like every time I watch Scatterbrain, I'm like, damn, nigga, Gavin was really in my bed and shit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Just going through it.
It's cool. Yeah. I think it would be the end when we went to like that place across the street and it was like dark as hell, like for the ending scene.
Oh yeah.
And I don't know if we
Mm.
did the intro scene there too, but at least for the ending scene, that was very interesting to me.
Yeah.
And I think just like the most interesting part of the process was one thing I noticed was that like the way you edited it, it was a lot closer than I thought than what I thought it would look like. It was very like in your face. Like
I wanted to make it like kind of like, is it Safdie Brothers? I
Yeah.
don't
yeah,
know. Yeah,
yeah,
there you go.
yeah,
I kind of make it like
Uncut
that.
Gems type
Shout out
shit.
Benny and Josh
Yeah.
Safdie.
Exactly.
Yeah. No, yeah, I saw that for real. Yeah. And that party scene turned out amazing.
Yeah, that
I
shit.
know.
Yeah.
I was actually surprised how like did it look too.
Especially with how like
Shout out to Ian Joy with the DP work, by the way.
shout out Ian
Shout
Joy,
out to
bro.
Ian Joy.
Wanna know what's crazy, Jalen?
My
There
God.
has not been a recording where we have not said shout out Ian Joy.
Because it really do be shout out Ian
Like,
Joy.
bro,
Oh,
shout out
that
Ian
nigga
Joy.
go,
Like,
bro.
It's really how it is.
Go to ianjoy.com, bro.
We
Like,
do have to
Please,
give
bro.
one of my shout outs of Ian Joy.
Support the boy
please. Go to ianjoy.com, bro. Stop playing.
right now today.
But Jim, what was your favorite part about set?
Honestly, just doing it because I was like, I never really fully directed a film before, and being able to just sit there and be like, I really spent 3 days in a row just going through it. I even slept at your crib for like the entire time. I was like, bro, I'm locked in. I finished it, did everything we had to do. It's just satisfying, bro.
Oh yeah.
It was an interesting experience.
Mm-hmm. And I was stressed, but I was like, hey man, we did it.
Yeah. How the fuck do you manage all that shit?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bro.
Even though
I mean,
you were
like-
stressed, you're still working.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, you just got to see things through. Also, I had some planning. Like, I didn't plan like everybody else does, you know, like having everything, like, I didn't have everything perfectly set, but I knew, like, in my mind, I knew how things worked. So I didn't need everything, like, paper planned, you know? I just knew the process of how things were going to work. So that pretty much carried me through how everything was going to go, you know?
Yeah.
You got to keep it in your mind's eye right here, bro.
I will say
Type shit.
the use of your background actors, whether it be like the voiceovers where Gavin gets stabbed, or just seeing like, let's say, a Kristoff or a Luke within the film, I fucking love that.
Thank you, man. Yeah.
Yeah. Shout
you know
out
what? I do have a
Kristoff's
favorite
back,
part.
bro.
I do got a favorite part. It's when Amari starts tweaking. That's my favorite part. When Amari starts speaking.
When that nigga was like, "Yo, he got blood on my shoes, nigga," that
He was like, "Oh my god, oh my
Oh
god."
my
He was
god.
I had to keep that in, bro. And I even told the dude, I just told him to tweak, and then that's what happened.
Shit was fucking hilarious.
I know.
How did you choose like what to keep?
I mean, we shot like how many takes? We did a lot of takes, but I just chose
It was a lot of takes for me getting stabbed.
yeah. I chose like the top like 3 like funniest ones to me to keep in there, and I didn't want to like put. There were some funnier ones, but they were like, how do I say it? They were a little jarring from like clip to clip to clip. So I had to make sure like progress like in a way that made sense. Because there'd be one clip the mind's like, "Yo, call the ambulance." Fuck type, you know. But it's like it don't really fit with like Amari because Amari was like the main person screaming in the background. I wanted to keep that consistent. You'd be like, "Oh, this guy is just still tweaking," you know. If everybody was tweaking, it'd be less funny because it's like, "Oh, everybody's there just like weird." But like, you know. So I kept like he's doing it, so it's like, oh, this stupid ass dude at the party is just tweaking every time he does. So I was like, oh, that's pretty funny.
oh yeah.
Oh yeah, but yeah, there's a lot of takes with just him getting stabbed and people in the background doing random stuff. I was like, yeah, I mean, I find the best ones.
Chris, since you weren't there, what was your favorite scene?
Well, no, I mean, I mentioned a few of them already, like whether it be like Amari tweaking in the background or like Timi's high 3, like those were really funny. But like I do like the end thing where it's just like Gavin opens the door, he sees Angelina, and he's like, ah shit, nigga. Like that was cool. That was a good way to fucking end that shit. Yeah.
Type
But like
shit.
Gavin, you hinted at this earlier. You said me not being there like caused some things. You want to talk about it or nah?
It was just like there was no Chris Morris energy that weekend, so it was just like we kind of just had to like fend for ourselves, you know.
That
It
is
was like,
facts.
you know, in those situations, it was like, what would Chris do if he was here, you know?
Real shit.
Yes, a lot of things wouldn't have happened.
I would not have done.
A lot of things that like happened that weekend wouldn't have happened if you were there.
Fair.
That's it, you know. But you know, I think we were able to have fun that weekend. You know, a lot of stuff happened. It was very hectic on that Saturday shoot. I remember Friday, like we were saying, Friday was just cold, and then Saturday was just like it was hectic. There was a lot of people there. It was a lot of extras, and
Yes.
there was a point where it was like not a lot of people were there. So like Jalen was worried a little bit. So
Phone died,
yeah,
guys. We
no,
back.
Oh, I
right.
bet.
Yeah, but it was just like, but just with the
I'm not even mad at that. I'm not even mad at that. But yeah. Oh yeah. So I missed what was the thing you were saying about Chris not being there?
I was just saying like a lot of stuff like that would happen that weekend wouldn't have happened if Chris was there.
Oh, well, definitely.
Yes.
Chris would have been the real micromanager.
Yeah.
Or just been there, just sitting there.
Bro, but that's
Like,
all we need. That's all we need.
That's all we needed.
Real shit.
I remember going through it.
I remember.
Nigga,
like,
Jalen was tweaking.
Yeah, no, I remember getting a text from Gavin saying, "Yo, Chris, you not being here is the reason why all of this happened." And I'm like, dude, I'm just trying to celebrate my mom's birthday. What is going on?
Jalen was tweaking. Remember that?
No,
Like the
Yeah.
first day, nigga was just bugging. Oh, T.
Like I was like, wow.
Nigga,
Shout
stay
out that
home.
nigga Jalen, bro. He was tweaking.
But like, when is he not?
I was like, what the heck, bro?
No,
like, this
nigga
different.
was like,
I
nigga
know
was
he turned
bugging,
up.
bro.
Like, I 100% believe he turned up his tweaking. But then
Just
like,
it was
wow.
because you weren't there, bro.
Yes, if you were there, then he would have put it out on you, and then you would have just gave him that shit back,
True.
and then it would have been calm.
Yeah,
Yeah,
your toxic
y'all just
relationship.
Me
Yeah.
and Jalen do have a very toxic relationship. I love it.
Y'all beat each other, then you'll beat y'all dicks. Like, you know.
I'm over here stroking my dick. I got lotion on my dick right now. I'm just stroking my shit.
Shout out Pink Panthers for real. Like, hey, yo, Pink Panthers, if you see this, let's collab. I got some songs. I guess we can make something. You know, or not. We can just hang out, get some coffee. I don't know what we're really into. We can watch like a movie. I don't know if you want to see new Mad Max. It's pretty good. I feel like you'd be into it. If not, we can always see Barbie. It's on Max. You know, I got Max. You probably got Max, but I got Max. You know,
I guess she's on the soundtrack. Of course, she's seen that fucking movie.
but she hasn't seen it.
She's Pink Panthers. Of course she's seen that shit.
Like, bro, what are you talking about?
All right, well, we can watch.
Bro, just say what you really want, bro.
I'm saying we can watch the animated movie. I don't think she's seen the animated movie.
Or just say what you really want,
We're gonna
bro.
watch the Barbie animated movie.
All right.
Panthers.
I mean,
I watched the
type.
show.
I mean, yeah.
That show gas. Don't ask how I know that. Chris told me.